Hello, everyone. So this is a pre-Thanksgiving um, live stream. So in advance, happy Thanksgiving to you all as well, and hope that you are at your designated area that you are traveling to, that you reach there safely. I wasn't planning on live streaming tonight, but I decided to live stream, and I'm just catching up with some emails from my emails, and just wanted to let you all know that I just finished updating my credit report. Right, I just finished. I mean, not my credit report. I'm thinking about credit. I just finished updating my website. This is why I received a phone call. Well, I didn't receive a phone call, but someone left an email for me to contact them concerning their credit. And happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for wishing me a happy Thanksgiving as well. And the same to you and your family, right? So let me look at, as I notify my other platforms that I'm live streaming. Custom Fitted, thank you. Thank you. It's your first time being here. Hello, Lisa. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Um, hello, Natasha. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Rich, Jeremy Scott, thanks for tuning in and saying happy Thanksgiving. And Nerd2, hello, everyone, happy Thanksgiving to you all. And so I've updated my website to reflect that I no longer at all do credit repair. I had someone to contact me from, um, believe it or not, that initiated credit repair in July of 2022. Someone wanted me to contact them the day before Thanksgiving about their credit. That they told me that um, at that time the consultation fee was $75, right? And since then, I increased the consultation fee when I was, in credit to 125 for just for the consultation. So when they said $75, I'm like, wait, this has to be an old um, situation. And said, yes, it was 2020, July to be exact, of 2020. Um, I reached out for you for credit repair and I haven't heard anything. And I said, ma'am, do you understand that we are almost in 2022, right? And you're talking to me about 2020? I said, that's been over a year, right? Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you all so much. Um, thank you, Lisa, for the 9.99 super chat, right? And so in order, and Lisa, as you give that, it's exactly 1111 showing on the screen. So that just shows that it is divine finalization for you and that you are open to truth. You are definitely a truth seeker, right? And so I looked on my website and I still had some old, even though I publicly announced that I'm no longer doing credit. I've said that numerous amount of times that I'm retired. Um, and I asked the lady, I said, so you mean to tell me that um, after a year, if you purchase a product from a store, for example, after a year, that you would still expect to have that return policy in place, right? At this point, it's pre-Thanksgiving. I really didn't look into um, deep into the her profile, right? And I don't know her health situation of why it took over a year. But I told her, I said, even when I was doing credit repair, I notified my clients that if there's no response from you concerning your credit, After 6 months, your file is considered closed. And so I did not do credit repair for this particular woman. However, I think she said she paid for a consultation for $75 in July of 2020, and she did not receive a consultation. And so I did get on my phone, look back at the email, and I told her, I said, well, ma'am, you didn't send the required documents for a consultation. I said, when you go to a store and you purchase an item, it's the reason why stores have a time period in which you can return an item. I said, ma'am, after a year, you can't return an item to a store and expect the full refund, because at this point in time, uh, they might not even have that product on the shelf, right? Your receipt may be faded at this point in time. And I said, I don't really know what I can do for you after a year. I'm no longer doing credit repair. And so she went on to say that she was sick, and definitely um, have for whatever her illness was, that caused her to wait for over a year to contact me. I told her, your health is definitely in my prayers and in my thoughts, but this is not something that I'm going to reflect on. This over a year, not a year, but over a year, and I've had no contact from you, no communications with you. And this is the very reason why I got out of credit repair. The very reason, because of instances like this, right, that happened when someone said that they enrolled with me in July of 2020. And we are just, how many days from 2022? Let's count. Let me count. Because I think it's 31 for December's 31 days and six days left here. Yeah, so we're 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 37 days from 2022. And this lady reached out to me, and I called her about a July 2020 credit consultation, and said the reason why she contacted me so late is because she's been dealing with sickness. Now I do not I am I don't know what type of sickness that resulted in her waiting over a year to contact me, but this is the very reason why I had to get out of credit repair, because of that energy, frequency, and vibration that comes along with situations like this, right? And so, in order to really, really make it official, I said, even though I had other plans, right? I don't know why people with credit, it's always the holidays, but anyway, they don't feel, I guess they didn't feel like I wanted to enjoy being good holiday spirits, enjoy my family, pre-Thanksgiving, right? And that's another thing, if you ever consider credit repair business, just know that your customers is no time thinking about you uh, around holidays. They are just thinking about themselves, even if that means phone calling you or whatever to disrupt, maybe your family time. So if you want to get into credit repair, keep that in consideration. For some reason that usually come with the mindset of people that have less than perfect credit. So I totally took out the time to make sure that I had nothing on my website that says I directly do credit. So I totally revamped this website. I did the about me section to make this like crystal clear, which I need to take this off, Queen of Credit, right? I now have Queen of Crypto, so I just saw that. I don't want to give any implications that I am still personally doing credit repair. However, I have a company that I highly recommend, right? I took out any, I put formerly known as Queen of Credit, but commonly known now as Crypto Queen. So I let that know. Credit help, right? This does not reflect that I do it. This is the company that I recommend. And it's only $99 to get started and $79 a month. And even with this person I talked to over the phone, she said that that price was not affordable for her to connect with this company to do her credit for her. And at that point, I said, well, ma'am, there's nothing I can do for you because that's the most inexpensive price that I know, right? Um, Unless, you know, you want to try to purchase a book for maybe $30 or $50 and do it on your own. But this is, if you want experts to do it for you, this is the most inexpensive price that I know. So this no longer reflects me, right? Credit repair, if you click on get started now, it's going to take you directly to this website, which is Credit Expert. This is not me or your Uncle Bob or some guy named Bob in the basements that's doing credit repair. These are credit experts, speak 8 different languages, and this is a corporation that has for years professional experts do the work for you for $99 one time and $79 monthly. And then her question was, well, how long will it take? I said, ma'am, I don't know. And this is all, you know, within a phone call before pre-Thanksgiving, right? And sometimes people think that's not even enough. And I said, ma'am, I can't tell you that because I don't know the condition of your credit, right? That question, how long will it take, depends on what do you need on your credit report? What's the condition of it? What's the status? Right? You know, and that can only be done by analyzing, right? And so then I even added my Millionaire Notes book here to purchase. Now you have the Cash to Crypto book and Queen of Coins book, all different. You know, you can get the autographed copy here. Purchase the Queen of Coins that's with physical silver and gold, so you can know the difference between 0.999 and 0.9999 physical silver and gold. So you can prepare for the biggest wealth transfer that this generation has ever experienced. And as I said, that middle class is just that. Middle class means that you are exactly in the middle, right? And you are either one level away from being poor, working middle class, if you're not already upper middle class, or you're one level from being upper middle class, right? Upper middle class is a 6-figure income earner. And so my mission and my vision and my strategies of how I help people financially is help 6-figure middle class income earners become seven figure millionaires, right? 7-figure millionaires. Now, if you are a 5-figure middle class income earner, then the goal is the next level for you is become a thousandaire, right? Become a multi-thousandaire, right? Custom Fitted says, I got my credit messed up helping my people. $10,000. Can you help me with that? Wondering. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that question. I can't comprehend what you're asking, and the way you worded that question. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Gwen. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, right? And so as I was doing this, I also got on Twitter because I connected my Twitter account as I was updating my Fix My Credit and Cash account. And I saw Grant Cardone's post, 4 ways to get rich, right? You can either inherit richness, you can steal it, according to Grant Cardone, as it's an inside joke where Gwen says that the government is what did you, what did you say in the conference, Gwen? I forgot that the government was the squirrels that come along to steal the acorns that the woodpeckers prepare for winter months by poking as many as 10,000 holes in an oak tree or in a tree. And they do this by getting acorns, and they can travel up to 12 miles, right? Um, with the acorn, right? 12 miles to get one acorn. And in doing so, some acorns fall, right? And the squirrels come along. The squirrels, um, they look forward to the woodpecker doing all the hard work, traveling miles as people travel miles to go to a job, just to wait till acorns fall so they can easily take those acorns and transport them. And Gwen says this sounds like how the government, right? Um, how the government operates when it comes to you traveling, you working hard to get a paycheck, and then the government um, comes along and takes the 30%, 40% from you out of your paycheck from your hard labor, right? If you need help with getting your credit fixed, then go to the website fixmycreditandcash.com. I just discussed the credit experts in there, and so I will put the website on the screen for you. Yeah. So there you go. Right. $99 one time, $79 monthly until the experts has finished working on your credit. But I also saw this post that I thought was, let me see if I can find it, by Robert Kiyosaki, right? And people, if you want to shift your money, is going to require a mindset shift, right? It is going to be absolutely a requirement that your mindset shift, right? About how you do business, about communicating, about being prompt, to your money, your financial situation. If you ignore your money will ignore you. If you ignore your credit, you cannot, or you should not, be in a hasty situation where you want someone to do a quick flip for you and do a credit sweep in 30 to 60 days. If you abandon your credit, then your credit will abandon you. Ty says, "Hey Queen, I just sent you money for credit repair through Cash App the other day." Hold on, let me see. What's your Cash App, Ty? Because I totally just took that option off that website. So I do apologize for that because I should have took it off a long time ago. Usually people reach out to me and let me know. Okay, so let me refund you for that, Todd. Because in this, if you sent me a consultation, what goes after that or follows that is you're supposed to also email your credit reports, which that hasn't happened at all. So I would definitely refund you for that because no, I am absolutely not getting out of retirement and doing credit repair anymore. I can't deal with that frequency and vibration and energy that comes along with most of the people that's in the bad credit situation. That's why I recommend people to experts that can, right? To people that can. So Ty, you can go to the website as well, fixmycreditandcash.com, and click on credit help. And for $99 one time and then $79 monthly until you're satisfied with your results, is, the steps you can take to begin the process of working with experts to fix your credit. right? So Dollar Tree, the real Kiyosaki, becomes $1.25 tree. Inflation is a tax on the poor and middle class. Inflation makes the rich richer. Get smart. Now, let me say that again. Read this again, rather. Inflation makes the rich richer. I want you to understand that. Inflation, people, is a tax. So when you were told during political, races, and when you are electing your government official, much like the Israelites wanted a pharaoh, and you know, no problem. I will give you a refund, Tom. No problem at all. And you definitely can go to fixmycreditandcash.com. So this should officially end anybody saying that they pay me for credit help, because you don't. That's totally deleted as a option off of that website, right? So thank God, I'm free of that. And what people don't understand is that inflation is a tax on the poor and middle class. So when these politicians that you elect in, much like the Israelites wanted a king, they wanted a pharaoh, and God begged and pleaded with them like, you don't want a king, you don't want a pharaoh, you just want to stay under my government system. And they said, no, no, we want a king, we want a pharaoh, we want someone to rule over us. And then when it's someone that they elect, they begin to pray to God that either they get a new president in, or that this president will make the changes that they feel like would be in their best behalf. But you don't know if that's a president that God approved of anyway. It was your choice and your election, or the powers that be choice, because according to many, they're saying Trump really won the election. So the powers that be choice that put these presidents in place. And our presidents are going to carry out the agenda of the elite, right? All of them. And so as Dollar Tree becomes 125 tree, I just shared that in a Zoom training that Dollar Tree says they can no longer offer their products at $1. They has to increase pricing on a lot of their products. So inflation is a tax on the poor and middle class. But this tax makes the rich richer. So Robert says, get smart and you get richer. I want you all, if you can, to type that, whether you are watching this live or you're watching this on the replay. I want you to put that in the comment section. Get smart, get rich. This is the time for everyone to invest in financial education, because as I tell people, when it comes to credit and cash flow, and crypto, is that if you don't have enough cash flowing assets coming in, you are going to stay in a perpetual cycle. It is known as the rat race, where you're going to stay in this um, gerbil wheel that's continually spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, that you're never going to get out of. Because what happens is when people get into negative cash flow, they can't maintain and keep a high credit score. They can't. They begin to miss out on bills, paying late. Then they get locked out of having the access to credit because they have a negative cash flow situation. And they don't try to solve the cash flow situation. They just try to solve their credit, not knowing that in a couple of months, if they don't solve the cash flow situation, that you're going to be right back in negative credit. And this is what happened to the young person, the young lady I was talking to today, right? Reached out to me in July 2020, and now in November 2021, my credit has gotten back at a place where it's negative. When people sell their crypto, when they cash out, right? then you are selling an asset that's going to appreciate in value as we enter into this new economic system. And so most people cannot even afford, they cannot even afford to hold on to crypto because they are in negative cash flow. So what they do is they cash, they convert their crypto into cash, and cash is a depreciating asset. So Robert Kiyosaki says, I'm buying more gold, more silver. That's physical gold and silver. That's why I have the Queen of Coins report. Bitcoin, Ethereum, rental real estate. Make sure it is rental real estate. And oil. He's talking about physical oil mines. So for, again, the six-figure middle class, right, or the five-figure middle class, the best asset that's affordable right now for those type of middle class status that can give you as much. Let me pull up my crypto for today. As much as 9,000% gains on the year. That's cryptocurrency. That's the only place that you can get those type of gains is cryptocurrency. And then if you want to convert to a real estate or rental real estate, cash flowing real estate, or any tangible assets, because we do know that gold and silver is not a cash flowing asset. It is an asset, but it's not a cash flowing asset. Now, even though I educate people that, when you give away cryptocurrency or when you cash out and you go into a depreciating back and you flip it back into a depreciating asset, right? Oh, thank you. Even in my local sweats, my sweatshirt. Well, thank you, Donald. He said I'm looking extra good in my sweatshirt. Well, you get some perks with the queen. Look, they get you brownie points. Thank you so much. As Julian Gordon, I love to follow him, tweeted that cash is not an asset. I don't know how much I can stress this to people. It's a negative yielding asset. So it is an asset because it can still purchase things, right? But it's a negative yielding asset that depreciates every day. So even the message of cash, from the message of credit to cash is an old message. You cannot save your way to wealth, people. You must invest as quickly as you can. But most people cannot invest in whole because they are in a negative cash flow situation or they are in a stable cash flow situation, meaning that they are not positive cash flow. That if they miss one paycheck, just one paycheck, just one, they could not pay their essential bills for the next month or purchase essential items like food for their resident. So Julian Gordon goes on to say the U.S. inflation rate is 6%, right? Of 6%. The other 0.03% interest you earn at the bank, if you get that much. Because before this pandemic happened, 1 out of 4 Americans had $400 in savings. Use your cash to buy appreciating and cash flowing assets. Now he say real estate and stocks. I say real estate and crypto. And then he ends, cash is trash. Why real estate? Because real estate, number one, is real. It's real estate. That means it is real. It's real. Just like physical gold and silver is real. And it's tangible. Right? You can touch it, you can feel it. Where crypto is like faith. You can't touch it, you can't feel it, you can't see it. However, it is very real. It is what President former President Trump was saying it is the invisible enemy. Thank you all so much for coming in and saying happy Thanksgiving, right? Thank you so much. And another post by Julian Gordon says, money trickles up. Those who believe that the world would be better if the rich gave more money to the poor are flawed in their thinking. 1.7 trillion in stimulus went to low income individuals and the wealth gap increased. When the poor receive it, when the poor receive it, affirms their lack. When the rich give it, affirms their abundance. So government programs like stimulus and welfare actually do the opposite or the reversal of what people think. It keeps people poor. And this is what I said about in order for your money situations to change, your mindset, you have to master your mind and your mindset before you can master your money. And you have to get a financial education. Poverty can only be overcome through a shift in the consciousness of the poor. It's harder to get off welfare, people, than it is to get out of poverty. And being poor not only can mean passing over opportunities repeatedly, poor is anyone who has worries about money on a daily basis, regardless of how much money is in their bank account. And poverty is not the balance in your bank account, it's your belief system. The comfort of things like welfare, the comfort of things like having a job is less likely to cause a shift in most people consciousness, right? But until that job is taken away, until that layoff comes, until we go through a second quarantine. And the Bible out tells you the poor will be among us always, not because it's a universal requirement, right? But this is why the Bible says this. But because some changes will have to come through your mind, through fear, through doubt, through worry, low self-esteem, the decisions to not make changes, the decision to not wait. This is the parable of the virgins in the Bible, the 10 virgins in the Bible, the 5 foolish and the 5 wise. The 5 wise virgins prepare and plan, and they stopped and they took heed that they knew that the bridegroom could come at midnight. And God is abundant, He's infinite, and He can supply us abundantly. But you can only receive that abundance to the degree that you take action, because faith without works is dead, right? And so, I just wanted to, I was just really perplexed by that conversation today. In Matthew, in the Bible, Matthew 19:24, I'm logging off. It said it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. The eye of a needle is an actual gate in Jerusalem. It is not a needle like if you were threading some clothes. Than it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. Jesus was not saying that being rich is bad. The rich man Jesus was referring to, he was materialistically, he was materially rich, right? But he was possessed by his possessions. So it would have been hard for him to enter into the kingdom of heaven. And what is the kingdom of heaven? The kingdom of heaven is God's economic system. The kingdom of heaven is having faith that does not faith that says alone. Faith without works is dead. Having a reaction, right, to an awareness that you need to make a change because what you're currently doing is not working. It is this quote that says, insanity is doing the same thing and expect different results. So being rich is not just about having money, it's about money having you, right? Um, with money, for example, you can buy a clock, but you can't buy time. With money, you can buy a house, but you can't buy a home. With money, you can buy a bed, people, but you cannot sleep. I tell you, I used to be at a point where I had sleep apnea, I had issues sleeping, anxiety, right? So there are some things you can buy with material wealth, but you can't buy the spiritual wealth with material wealth. And then some people are so poor that all they have is money. You don't have things like love and joy, family, time, self-esteem, righteousness, and peace of mind. Right? Thank you, Latoya. Thank you so much. And so this is the holistic part that I'm teaching. Again, I wasn't even planning on live streaming tonight. But that phone call today greatly, greatly um just got me live stream to do this. So changes, I say it this way. A lot of people ask me again, I see numbers. What do these numbers mean? They know that I have some knowledge on numerology and gematria. But this is my thing, right? I was born, or they ask me questions like, I was born on this day, right? Um, or a person died on this day. You know, you need to be concerned about the numbers in your bank account and your FICO score as well. You do. Because even if you're spiritually rich, you have love, peace, joy, peace of mind. If you're materially rich, poor, right? If you're materially poor, you're not gonna have peace of mind. Okay, Todd, let me send it to you right now so I don't forget. I just saw your cash app. Let me give you a refund. And you know what? Then I have to think about the people that want. I'm like, do you want a refund because your finances are low from July 2022, right? So no, I'm not going back and looking at anybody's file that's over a year old. You can't even go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get that type, or Walmart and get that type of service. There's something called as a time window and time frame to request for those things, and after a year, it's definitely not going to happen. It's over a year to be exact. So, as all the financial experts, including myself, is warning people, right? I read this article that says nearly 20 million Americans don't have enough to eat, and what the housing market look like, and what will it look like in 2022. Now, when I went to the grocery stores was fully stocked. But let me tell you, on Monday of this week, it was so many people grocery shopping like I've never seen before. It wasn't. It's I can expect today, the day before Thanksgiving, but it was such a rush that I'm like, wow. I don't know if I go in this grocery store on the weekend that this stock is going to look like this. So they're saying 20 million Americans. And see, when you're taught the love of money is the root of all evil, I think so is the lack of money. When you got 20 million people that don't have enough to eat. As the pandemic stimulus programs um, and increased federal spending on food benefits have helped a lower amount of people, a lower rate of food insecurity. So Thanksgiving dinner, um, you know, I don't know. I'm not saying this relate to everybody, and this is everybody's situation. Like I tell people, listen, I don't get any kickbacks from teaching or people about cryptocurrency. I don't have a course in place, which I need one, right? Um, and so, like for example, someone asked me, did I want to pay to market my services? And I said, no, people pay me to teach this. I don't pay anybody to market this because I know what I teach people can make them thousandaires and millionaires and multimillionaires. So you should invest in me to teach you. I'm not investing to get more clients. I'm just not, right? Because I feel like everybody doesn't is not worthy of my knowledge anyway. And people that pay attention, I mean, people that pay attention, as Grant Cardone says, as Mr. Eric Thomas brought to my remembrance today. That Grant Cardone says this all the time. People that pay attention, right? So I am revamping some things. I will have some products uh, to where people can invest in this. But me just um, you feel like I'm trying to get you in crypto because I don't know why you can feel like I'm trying to get you in crypto now, other than to open your eyes to the truth of what's happening. Because listen, unless you free will give to me, I give no kickbacks from you growing your cash through cryptocurrency, other than knowing that I've helped someone financially. So Bitcoin is 2.2% today. It's 57,000. Still expecting Bitcoin, um, as they said, Morgan Stanley increased its. And what happened when Bitcoin take these dips? Big institutions like Morgan Stanley just come in and buy. They bought 300 million during this dip. And when I say dip, it went from 66,000 high to now 57,000. So big institutions just come in and buy more when it dips like this, right? You got Ether 4,300. That's what Robert Kiyosaki saying he's buying more Bitcoin, Ethereum, more crypto. I'm pretty sure he's not buying real estate right now. He's going to wait to real estate actually crashes, right? So I'm just telling people, do not send me emails about credit over a year, or it's the holidays and you short on cash and your credit got fixed by me 6 or 7 months ago, or probably a year ago, and now you want to get that money back and you say, oh, nothing changed, and you messed it up in about 7 months. No, I'm not playing Miss Claus, right, for the holidays. So I totally took that off the website. So you got Mana. Mana has been doing well over the um, last 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. You got Sandbox, a game coin that's up 22%. Can anyone tell me where you can even get these gains in a day? Like nowhere. Engine coin, one that I mentioned at my virtual conference, is up 8.2%. Um, You got Chili's that's up 20% as well. Loop Ring has been doing well over with Mana as well over these last couple of weeks as well. Been doing well with Mana. And I don't see crypto.com coin on here. You got Litecoin is creeping up. I've been talking about Litecoin since last year. Matic. And then you have the Curve token of 19%. Um, Wax, I don't know much about Wax here, but it's up 20%. So that's it. Just want to wish you all happy Thanksgiving. Get your money up, right? Get your mind up, get your mentality up, and get your mission up in life. Enjoy your family, uh, and just know that it is definitely okay to give. This is a season for giving, but you can give love, you can give time, you can give attention. The best gift that I want you all to give for yourself is to make some investments in yourself. for once, take a hold of your financial future. People, when I say that this is the greatest wealth transfer that this generation will ever experience, that this is a mass redistribution of wealth. I mean that wholeheartedly. And even if you need cash flow strategies, and this is the time right now where people are investing in financial knowledge and financial education, right? Oh, thank you. I see some new people coming in, so I'm glad. Make sure you all are subscribed to my channel. Talk Hell. She says they're saying that GameStop is going to partner with Loop Ring. What's the investment cost? Let me see what Loop Ring is now. What's the price of Loop Ring right now? Let's see. Let me look at my portfolio. $3.53. All right, JR, DMV is in the building. Hello. Yes, DMV is in the building. So, oh, I'm glad you brought that up. It made me look down and look at something. So I am going to create a package. I will be in Miami speaking, um, of course, about cryptocurrency, and I still educate on credit. I just don't do the credit repair personally. You cash flow strategy is also on my website. If you need extra cash flow to invest, right? Let me change it back. Then go to my web. All of this I just updated it. Fixmycreditandcash.com. Cash flow strategies here. Financial help books. Credit help. My services about me. I just updated this website, right? And I still teach about credit. I just don't personally. I refer people to experts that can handle the volume and handle and have a great customer service, team intact that's able to answer your emails and phone calls throughout the day. Right? I'm not that person that can do that anymore. So I am retired, officially retired. So I'm creating a blueprint to get in the bank's money to make more money. I'm going to have all this bundled, and this is what I'm going to work on going into the Thanksgiving holidays starting tomorrow. Also, I mentioned this in my conference. Let me see if you all can see that if I hold it close. You all see that? That's the amount of my new vehicle that the payment is due in December the 7th. That's my new Jeep that I just purchased this year. Now, just in October, this was the payment due. And I shared in my class my virtual conference, Millionaire Moves, where I'm helping six-figure middle class income earners become millionaires. I shared with them the strategy of how I did that. And no, I did not refinance. As you can see, it's with the same bank. TD Auto Finance is with the same bank. So I didn't refinance. I didn't have to, get my credit was already great when I got it. It's just strategies that I use I can make my monthly vehicle payment whatever I want it to be. And I only get that information to people that invest, right? Um, and so, my top picks for crypto, I discussed that with them in the virtual. So again, in March, I will be in Miami with my spiritual mentor, Mr. Eric Thomas, and he's going to have even more people come in that's going to discuss real estate investing as well, right? And I'm going to show you all that flyer. Registration has not opened yet, but it will open soon. I came across this post by Martin Luther King that says freedom and famine, that you cannot have freedom and famine at the same time. That is so true. You cannot tell me you're free when you're broke. Famine and freedom does not coexist at the same time. So this is the Miami Millionaire Moves Mastermind that will take place again March 18th through the 19th. And what else I want to share with you all? Oh, did you all see this news today? Michigan State University head coach set to earn $95 million to become the highest paid black coach in American sports. And so I don't know if you all heard, but Dawn Stanley, also millions of dollars. She coached South Carolina girls basketball. And I, made this post and I said, this is Joel 2. I'm starting with verse 24 happening in 2022, where you're seeing repay, reparations, restitutions, and a reset of the currency system. And that says that you shall overflow with new wine and new oil. Oil and wine are very luxury liquid. And I will compensate you, or I will repay you for the years that are swamp that the locust has eaten, and all different types of locusts, the creeping locust, the stripping locust, and the gnawing locust, my great army which I have sent you. So you're seeing reparations. But if I was that coach, I would do like Odell Beckham Jr. did and tell him, look, just give me that 95 mil in Bitcoin and not cash. I really would. I'm not just saying that. Right. And so again, you want credit, you need credit, you need your cash flow up. Go to my new updated website. The website is old, but the information is updated. Fixmycreditandcash.com. You can plug into credit experts, professionals for $99 one time, $79 monthly for your credit repair. If you need extra cash flow, if you you don't have a job, if you just need cash, period, if you just need income, or if you have a job and your income, what you're making now is not enough, and you need instant credit help within 3 days if you're working a job, you get the experts to analyze your paycheck and decrease your tax liability to increase your take-home pay. So if that interests you, you can also text HBB to 254-788-1144. Right? If you're one of the 20 million Americans that's not having your normal Thanksgiving as you used to in the past, maybe you're a part of the Great Resignation. Maybe whether you believe in a jab or don't believe in it, whether your spouse or a loved one is unemployed, whether it had nothing to do with the jab, or maybe it did or didn't. Whatever the situation is, let me tell you all, people, e-learning and information is the new money. So if you have any tool, any arsenal, any company that you can buy, like the company I will introduce you to, that you can invest in, because this is investment as well. I believe investing in crypto, but I also believe investing in companies so that you can get a paycheck pay raise if you qualify. Virtually everyone on my team has at minimum at least $300 more out of their paycheck without working overtime or getting a promotion, right? And so, and Loop Ring is now $3.23, under $5, right? What a great investment. But most people don't have enough cash flow. They throw 500 in the crypto and then they hope that they get 5,000 back and they have to cash out, unfortunately. Or they put 1,000 in, or maybe 5,000, and they can't see the full flourishing of their cryptocurrency over a year or two, reaching maximum highs, because they needed that to pull that capital gain. And guess what? You're going to get taxed 30 to 40%, because there are no when you convert that back into cash. So when you take out your gains, not only do you lose the quantity of what you had or the amount of crypto that you had at the price level entry point that you got in low, But now when you convert it back to your bank account, the government is going, you're going to get a 1099 at the end of the year for taxes. And so this is how the rich and wealthy people protect their health. I mean, their wealth is they have tax shelters in place. This is what most middle class people don't understand. But you're going to have to understand it if you want to not only become a millionaire, but to stay a millionaire. Right? So happy Thanksgiving, you all. I'm signing out again. If you need credit or cash flow, text HBB to 254-788-1144. Or you can just visit the website, fixmycreditandcash.com. And if you're traveling, I pray that you have traveling grace and that you enjoy your time with your family, and that you eat in peace and in health and in wealth this Thanksgiving holidays. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Queen out. God bless you and good night.